Now, OC's cranking up the highlight machine. It's time for high school football and the WSAV Friday Night Blitz Highlight Show, powered by OC Welch Ford Lincoln.
Welcome to the Friday Night Blitz Highlight Show. I'm Joey Lamar, joined by Kobe Zach. Week 4 of the high school football season is in the books. And I think if we learned anything, is that the game is played on the field and not on paper. A lot of people thought there would be blowouts tonight, and some games were a lot closer than we thought.
No, absolutely. I think week 4 is when things kind of start getting rolling. It's hard to believe that it's already week 4, too. I guess we kind of had half weeks for the first 2, but now that things are really getting rolling, you never know what's going to happen.
That's when we start to find out the identity of some teams, and two teams we want to find out the identity of are Liberty County and Jenkins. This, our game of the week. It was moved to Hinesville due to safety concerns. We're going to start late in the first quarter. We have no score, and Kamari Wright jukes and dances his way into the end zone. Jenkins leads 7-0. We have the same score in the second quarter, and the inside handoff goes to Dominique Johnson. They call him Damo, and Damo has reservations for 6. It's 14-0 Jenkins. And since Damo's young, there's no way he's tired, so they give him the ball again. It's a quick screen, and you can wave bye-bye. Jenkins cruises to a victory in this one, 45-7. Now we bring in our Andrew Davis. He's our play-by-play announcer for our game of the week. He saw every play. Andrew, give us your key takeaways.
The key simply is Jenkins is a really, really good team. They had speed on both sides of the ball. Their defense was stifling, only gave up 200 yards, and really some of that came in the third quarter when the game was already out of reach. They put up 328 yards on the ground. You talked about Damo. By the way, Ryan Scott also had 175 of his own and 2 touchdowns on this day. Jenkins is a team that has speed on both sides and the ability to hang with that team that's at the top, which I'm sure you're going to talk about in a little bit. Calvary, that's in 2 weeks right here on the Friday Night Blitz. In the meantime, though, they want to take care of business today. They've got Beach next week. They're not looking ahead. They're trying to do one game at a time. Coach Welch says he wants to go 15. 15 games means you're up in Atlanta and you're playing for the title. So Jenkins is well on their way there. A great game for Jenkins tonight. Liberty County, a young team. They've got things to work on, but they've got some players that could really do some damage in those coming years. So watch for them later this year as they get better into next. Meanwhile, next week, Savannah Christian, Fellowship Christian should be a really good game. Basically mirror images of one another. 2 teams with dreams of another state title for them, too. We'll take on that, but in the meantime, it's all about Jenkins and it's all about what they did tonight, which was a pure demolition of Liberty County, 45-7. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Andrew. All right, a lot of other great games to get to, Kobe.
Yeah, I mean, those games of the week just stay entertaining, but we also had a ton of other entertaining games in the area. Right now, we're taking a look at Richmond Hill. They're looking to stay undefeated against New Hampstead. Coming into this game, they had yet to allow a single point in the new stadium. Christian Kinlaw and New Hampstead trying to change that. Run on the ground, lowers the shoulder for the first down, but they would have to punt right after. Richmond Hill with the ball. Now it's Gunnar Mobley. He's going to hit Marquise Muhammad to pick up the big first down on 3rd and long. But on another 3rd down, the Wildcats are in Wildcat. But this one is a tackle for a loss from New Hampstead. But Richmond Hill would go on to score 17 in the second quarter, though, and stay undefeated with a 38-14 win.
All right, let's come back to the hosted city. We have Windsor Forest and Beach. Windsor Forest playing its second game under Cam Turner as the head coach. And late in the second quarter, Beach up 20-8. And on 3rd down and 10, the pass is complete, but Windsor Forest is going to force a fumble. However, they cannot recover it before it goes out of bounds. Then, on the very next play, Beach takes advantage of its second life. Jordan Newton shows patience and rushes in for the score. Beach up 27-8 with 34 seconds left in the half. So then, Windsor Forest returned the kickoff down to the 3-yard line, but could not get the ball in, so they settle for a field goal. It's good. Your score 27-11 at the break, but your final is in favor of Beach, 49-18.
Now we're going to move a ways away now to Long County. They are hosting Groves. We open things in the first half. Groves is down 21-0, looking for any spark they can get, and they're going to throw a home run ball here. That's good for the touchdown, but hold the phone. There is a flag on the field that gets called back for holding. Long County gets the stop. So now Long County looking to add on the lead. They love running the ball, especially when you get plays like this. Solomon Patterson breaks out for the huge gain. Long County knocking on the door again in the red zone. Lots of misdirection and a big pile. Who's got it in the end? It is Patterson again as Long County defeats Groves 50-20.
Oh, they picked you out there pretty good, Colby. All right.
There's a pile of people that are running in every direction.
All right, let's go out to the island, Whitmarsh Island to be exact. Johnson at Islands. Johnson up 22-15 late in the third quarter, but Islands trying to make a goal line stand, and on second down, the rush up the middle goes nowhere. So now it's third and goal for Johnson inside the 5 again, and Islands stands up and says no. So that brings up fourth and goal from the inch line. And they're going to go with a quarterback sneak as Shamari King just gets the ball across the goal line. Johnson goes up 14 points after the PAT. The Adams Smashers win 35-21.
Moving over now to Bradwell Institute, the Tigers hosting Glenn Academy. Now Glenn up 14-7 at the half, and on the first play of the second half, Bradwell throwing. Glenn's Cooper Reese with the incredible diving interception.
Let me see
Watch
that again.
this one again. Check out the athleticism from the middle linebacker to make the grab. Bring that man the turnover belt.
Yes.
He has earned it. Now after a play like that, you better capitalize, and Glen Academy does just that. Quarterback Max Noonan keeps it on the play fake, and he is in for the touchdown. Your final in this one. Bradwell winning it though, 35-28.
Oh, wow, I did not expect that. Congratulations to Bradwell and Coach Deshaun Brook. All right, let's go out to Pembroke. We have Bryan County hosting Savannah High. Look at that excellent shot that I took right there.
Beautiful.
Yes, appreciate that. Yes, this game was a defensive struggle in the first quarter. Savannah High going with the quarterback keeper, and Zane Retrina comes up with a tackle for loss. And then later in the drive, Savannah High completes a short pass to the wide receiver. That goes nowhere as well. It's Banks White with a big hit. But late in the first quarter, we still have no score. Bryan County with the ball. Martrell Mitchell comes up with the fumble recovery for Savannah High. But in the end, it will be Bryan County getting the win tonight, 28-7. Wow, that was fun, Kobe. Are you ready for round 2?
Let's do it.
All right. Coming up next on the Friday Night Blitz, we go out to Batley to see if Abilene County can get a win.
And we'll have the performance of the week. Did it come from Jordan Newton over at Beach High School?
You're watching the Friday Night Blitz on WSAV. Go Smashers!
Welcome back to the WSAV Friday Night Blitz Highlight Show. Powered by O.C. Welch Ford Lincoln.
A special thank you to the Island Cheerleaders as we welcome you back to the Friday Night Blitz. Still have some big games left, and let's start in Tatnall County. That is where we have the Warriors taking on Vidalia. And Tatnall County's defense starting out strong, okay? They're going to drop Vidalia's quarterback for a loss, okay? So really good play there for Tatnall County, but then Vidalia's DJ Wallace is going to pass it to Jamar Wiggs, and he's able to get a first down here. So Vidalia able to move the chains. Offense starting to find some rhythm here. And then a little bit later in the drive, it's going to be Wiggs. He's able to take the ball away.
Ooh, a little counter action.
And that will be in for the score, ladies and gentlemen. So it's Vidalia unable to get the win, though. They fall 22-18.
We're going to move now to another showdown in the pit. Toombs County hosting South Effingham. A little beach theme going on, and South Effingham has it. And Liam Coburn's going to find Benja Crofts on the seam route, but Crofts coughs it up. The fumble is recovered by Toombs County, and he's going to take this one all the way to the sideline. What a momentum shift. The Bulldogs now have it going the other way. 1 minute left in the first quarter. Toombs County's Justin Powell is going to take it himself. He finds the sideline and hits it hard. That is a touchdown for Toombs County. And the Bulldogs kept getting it back thanks to that tough defense that we saw earlier. And here's a 4th and 2 for the offense. Not a clean snap, but it does not matter. He's in for the touchdown, and the Bulldogs cruise in this one. They win it 55-8.
State champs look very strong, very strong. Now we have Bluffton hosting Andrew Jackson. We're going to start this game in the first quarter. Bluffton already leading 7-0, and they're looking for more. Eddie McCarthy with a nice pass to Roman Benjamin, scoring their second touchdown of the night. Bluffton up 13-0. They missed the PAT. But on the ensuing kickoff, this is a momentum killer. Andrew Jackson returns this one for a touchdown. No one lays a hand on him, so Andrew Jackson gets on the board, but Bluffton still leads 13-7 midway through the first quarter. May River would come right back, though. McCarthy with a long pass to Carnell Warren. He helps his team put up 20 points on the board. There's a reason he's committed to North Carolina, folks. Bluffton gets the win, 48-21.
Now we're going to move right across the way with May River hosting West Ashley. We're going to start this one off in the third quarter. West Ashley leading 10-7, and they're going to get rewarded with a huge play on special teams. We just saw a house call. Here's another one. This one, a little more people in there. There's a shake and tackle.
Hey, that was one of the biggest holes I've ever seen on the kickoff return. That's why coaches love that old wedge play. Bust the wedge.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, May River on offense down by the goal line, and they're going to score. It's Sean Mitchell. May River still trailing 16-14. Back on offense again, it's Andrew Johnson who gets loose. That's another touchdown for the home team. This one was a shootout through and through, but in the end, May River would fall 31-30.
Ooh, tough loss for them, tough loss. All right, now let's go to Portal as they take on Twiggs County, and we're going to bring you into the second quarter. Twiggs County with the ball, and it looks like it's going to be a handoff to Harold Crawford, who runs to the outside, and he's going to go up and get the touchdown, putting the first points on the board for Twiggs County. They flip into the end zone. That was something else. All right, he must have known the camera was there. All right, now Twiggs did go for two, but they could not capitalize. Portal holding the ball, and they waste no time handing it off to KJ Hunter, who's going to plow through the defense.
That's a big boy.
And he does it, and he books it downfield. Seems like he's a sure thing, but he stopped short by the defense, and now in prime position to put another point on the board. And KJ Hunter takes the ball, and this time he pushes hard enough to get in for the touchdown for Portal, as Portal would get the win 42-20.
Yeah, now let's slide over to Waynesboro. That's where we have Benedictine. They're taking on Burke County. Burke County without 3-year starting quarterback Sean Van Diver. Sprained MCL. Luckily, Benedictine's quarterback Stephen Cannon fully healthy. On this play, he calls his own number. He's going to get into the end zone with his legs for the score. That makes it 21-0 Cadets. Now Burke County trying to get something going on offense, but they cough it up. Benedictine's defense recovers, so the Cadets playing well on both sides on their way to their first win of the year. They win this one 41-0.
All right, let's go out to Charleston. That's where Hilton Head Island was, okay? And here we go early in this one. They're coming off the edge to take Hilton Head down for a TFL, and they would go later in the drive. This is an errant snap. It slips through the quarterback's hands. He tries to make something out of nothing, and J. Savion Brown hauls in the errant pass for interception. And what can Brown do for you? Well, he has reservations for 6. 17-0, James Island. Seahawks go 3-and-out the next drive, and James Hurto fills it around midfield. And this punt is going to be something that Hilton Head does not want to see. A long return, but it's James Island getting the win. They beat Hilton Head 31-8.
Now we go over to the Atlanta area. We have Savannah Christian taking on Mount Perrin. And assistant coach for Savannah Christian is fired up. Look at him flexing those muscles right there.
Nice muscles too.
And we haven't shown a lot of the Savannah Christian defense, but here's Athen Hudspeth coming in for the tackle for the loss. Their defense is good too. People forget now Savannah Christian on offense. The freshman Wesley Dinkins does the honors. Savannah Christian gets on the board, and later more defense from the same guy's baseball player too. It's Hudspeth. He's going to come up and fill and make the tackle for a loss here, and the Raiders move to 3-0 with a 22-7 win.
All right, let's go to our shot of the week, our performance week, and our play of the week, and let's start with the performance. It goes to Jenkins football team. The entire team was outstanding. This was a statement tonight, and it goes to everyone because they put a statement to Region 3 in Class AAA. Congrats to Jenkins.
Now our play of the week is going to come from May River and West Ashley. It's that kickoff return that we saw for a touchdown, but it is the Sharks that would get the last laugh in this one because they pick up the dub.
All right, now to our shot of the week, and it goes to Kobe. This is a pretty good one. He was able to get really tight on this ball.
I slowed it down, don't worry.
Yeah, really good shot. Congrats, Kobe. He's up 2-1. All right, 2-1. All right, that's another week in the book. This one was a lot of fun, and we can't wait to give you guys another week. Let's go to our game of the week, Kobe. Okay, that'll be Liberty County in our game of the week next week, and we'll be able to see it.